I don't know why. It happens a lot. I had to do this mission again, and why I had to do this mission again? Because I got an error.
I used to work the graveyard shift at a Dunkin' Donuts. For those of you who don't know what a Dunkin' Donuts is, it's basically a donut chain that sells coffee, breakfast items, and of course donuts. This brings me to a little over a month ago when our location was recently selected to become 24 hours.
Shit.
24-hour drive-through window, but ours was fully open. I'll be honest, it was interesting to see the new types of customers who would come in during these hours. We of course had the hipsters and goths who had nothing better to do at 3 a.m. than to sit in a coffee shop drinking 1 cup for an hour. There were the occasional overworked businessmen and interns, trying desperately to finish that last-minute presentation. A couple weeks ago, I had encountered a new type of customer though.
I had to do this again because why I have to do this again? It's just that it error on me.
Struck me as odd first was the lack of people in our lobby. Normally at this time we had the goths huddled in the corner crisping a system or something. But the entire store was empty aside from this man, myself, and my manager who was in the back. Probably sleeping or something. After this person walked in, I thought it had to be a homeless man, trying to escape the cold and possibly seek out a hot cup of pity. But then I saw his face. He was somewhat gaunt, but cleanly shaven. His eyes had dark circles around them as if he were tired, but he seemed quite energized. He then walked up to the counter. At that moment, I realized how tall this guy was. Like Kobe tall. I asked him what he would like to order. He just stared straight ahead as if he were zoning out. I repeated my question a bit louder.
Oh, do you see that? It must have fallen. I've tried to fix it beginning to die. Whatever it is, I'll send a feline to fetch him. A peculiar case, to say the least. I'm interested to see what...
I see. I think I understand the situation.
I told him I wasn't, and that my manager was in the back room.
Though I'm not really sure what to make of it just yet.
Just to be safe, we shouldn't get too close. But judging from the look of it, none of its features seem to resemble anything close to what we know as a living creature.
I quickly rushed to the back and told my manager about the whole situation, which he told me to put the man's money aside in case he comes back to it. The next night, everything was back to normal. Usual customers sat in their respective seats.
Are you saying that this creature could have come from another world? Seems like a lot of that going around lately.
I believe we might find the answer to that in the ancient forest, where it was first spotted.
There are too many unknown factors that exceed our knowledge. We need to conduct this investigation with extreme caution.
It seems it might take a while to get to the bottom. If only there were someone who knew exactly what this was.
Right away, I pulled out my cell phone and called the police.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, was tracking a monster through the forest when I was transmuted here in the sun. I Must have been magic of some kind that brought me to this world. Great.
Magic. In our world? This is like something out of a fairy tale.
What you're saying is hard to believe. But after what we've just witnessed, I don't think we have a choice.
A necker. Well. Quite familiar with those. How'd that one even get here?
It came from the ancient forest. If we head there, maybe we can find clues to why you and the Necker came to our world.
However, I fear monsters from another world might be beyond what the research commission is capable of handling.
Everything is on
Tell you what, happen to be a monster slayer of sorts myself, so venture to say I can take care of your problem in the woods. At a price, of course.
Dee Dee, we're counting on you. Alright, let's go over what we know. First, this creature is called a Necker, and it is not from our world. Second, the Necker was somehow transported from its world to the ancient forest. And third, what caused this Necker and our Witcher friend here to come to our world remains unknown.
Beast probably dropped through a portal like I did. A different one, worth looking into, I'd say. Anything else I should know? Doesn't matter how trivial you think it might be.
Now that you mention it, there have been reports of an unusually large number of vultures recently. They're scavenger birds with black feathers.
Scavenger birds.
The Commission will provide support in whatever way. If you cross paths in the forest, don't hesitate to ask for their help.
Thanks.
Normally, I'd have you handle assignments like this. But given what we know of the situation, I'm leaving this one in the Witcher's hands. Which doesn't mean we could just sit around. It's our
Yes, sir.
Let me handle this one, Hunter. Promise I'll tend to it right away.
I got this mountain bike for only $11.
Dealdash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. And I didn't give no therapy. Help people better themselves. Stop smoking. Or I do both, whichever you Anyhow, we'll use hypnotherapy to bring you back to when you were 6. We'll find out what made you so happy. You're 6 years old again. 6 years old. With every swing of the watch, you go a little deeper. Happy Haley.
Haley's still in there with Dr. Penguin? How long has it been?
I don't know, Mr. S. Haley usually keeps track of how long I sit.
Roger, snap out of it.
Dad, I think I did it. I quit. I quit not smoking. I gotta get a thingy.
Haley, you all right?
Daddy! Can we get ice cream? Pretty please?
Yeah, sure. You can tell me how old you are.
Silly Daddy! I'm 6!
What? Roger, what did you...
Commission member. Should talk to him.
BL5!
Good to see you. Be
Be
careful.
Right up, girl. This was supposed to be a fun night.
1, 2. Roger, we can't have a grown woman acting like a child. This ain't no
place to get lost looks like. Should follow the map. Try to find the commission numbers.
Oh no, Happy and Haley.
Commission number. Could know something. That monster mangled pretty bad from what I can see.
My fault for not putting up sandbags.
You want a hot dog and some big chip ice cream? Of course, honey. I'll whip that up right now. You're the best mommy ever. This is my chance to raise her right. Getting into child acting. With some cash. Daddy's home! Look, Daddy, I made you a friendship bracelet. You make your BFF best friend forever. You can't ever take it off. Oh no, I promise you'll never take it off.
I promise. I can even get rid of my old one.
Plain Jane. You make any change.
You got that right. Huh? Wait a second.
Geralt, I'm a Witcher.
Right, the Witcher guy. Commander said you'd be around. If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my guide for the side quests of the special assignment, Contract, Trouble in the Ancient Forest. Now, of course, the new Witcher quest and I'm going to assume that you already know everything about the main objective of that quest. If not, go play through it yourself, or you can watch me play through it here. The two side quests for this special assignment are easy, except there is a pretty time-consuming prerequisite for one of them. In fact, I had to spend about 4 hours of grinding expeditions in order to meet that prerequisite. And I'm guessing a solid chunk of you have clicked on this video because you're not sure what it is. So let's talk about it.
Judging by the shape of its head.
In the new Witcher quest, you're going to find a red Gajalacadoodle just outside of the northwest camp in Ancient Forest. I'll show you on screen where it is so you don't miss it.
All this big? Quite the feast for a predator.
There's actually more than one beetle in the map, but you only need one of them, so don't worry about collecting all of them. After you've collected it, you then run off to the Linian Researcher, and I'll show you the path to him as well. He's not hidden or anything. In fact, you can actually open your map and just mark his location after you've collected one of the doodles. Now here's the deal, he's either going to tell you that he does have time to translate the Gajalacadoodles, and at that point he'll send you off to the next part of the quest, or, more likely, he's going to tell you that he's too busy, and then you're going to automatically fail that side quest. I'm in a good spot to kind of share with you some of my findings because I was really far behind on this prerequisite. In fact, you guys in the comments section point this out to me all the time. There's two parts to it. First, you have to have finished collecting the Palico gear. It could be the case that maybe you only need the Mialatov, I think I said that right, cocktail, because that's the equipment you earn after talking with the Gajalaka chief, okay? See, I didn't test to see if the side quest would continue to fail after each piece of gear that I unlocked. I had like 3 pieces of gear to unlock. So I just unlocked them all today, and I checked with the Linian Researcher after I finished doing that, who still proceeded to fail my side quest. The next thing I did was I started going out into expeditions to increase my unity with the Gajalakas and the... it might be Grimmel Kings. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Anyways, I farmed monsters in expeditions for a while, leveling up my unity with them, right? The first thing you would have to do is you'd have to run off, you'd have to find them on the map, have them join your party, and then you'd go farm the monsters, right? When I finally got too tired of doing this, I went back to the Linian researcher in the Witcher quest and tried to get the side quest one last time, and he passed it. I can tell you, when I did this, none of my Grimalkine groups were below 2, and my Gajalaka unity was at 4. Note that every time you go out on an expedition, you seem to get a random group that corresponds to the Palico gear that you've unlocked. Like there's Protectors, there's Bug Catchers, there's the Gajalaka. Each of these groups have their own individual level. If you were as far behind as I was, this is what I would do to try to get to the sub-quest unlocked as fast as possible. Try to unlock the Myalotov cocktail first, and then go out on an expedition until it randomly gives you friendly Gajalakas, right? So once again, you'll go out onto the expedition, you'll open your map, you'll look for the little, the little icon that shows you friendly, not Palicos, friendly Grimalkine, I suppose? Yeah, I'll show friendly Grimalkine, and you'll travel to that.
Ran for its life.
So strange. It's just
Gonna search the area.
Okay, I'll be around here if you need anything.
Should search around the body. Might find the tracks of whatever did this. Current location, points of interest. I can use it. Nothing this way. Let's try somewhere else. Could get used to that.
Above 2. About 2.
Never seen anything like this before. Wonder what kind of potion you can make with it.
Ah, what's this? Suspect it.
Inscription of some kind. Can't decipher it. Member of the commission might be able to.
I think there's another person in here. Yep, right here.
Pretty useful.
Up here, yep. Yep, he's right there.
Is that a hunter I see?
Name's Kipper.
Ah, the Witcher. If it's questions you have, fire away.
Found some strange markings. Could be linked to the recent events in the forest. Can you decipher them?
So, you've seen them too, have you? Those are Gajalaka doodles. Regrettably, I have not made much progress in my doodle research, and thus I'm incapable of deciphering them.
Any chance of speeding up your progress? What would it take?
I would need to collect many more doodles, which would require the commission hunter's assistance.
I see. Well, unfortunate to say the least. Your field of research, what is it?
Well, I specialize in small creatures called Linians. For instance, felines, Grimalkins, and Gajalaka are all species of Linians, each with their own unique culture. I spend most of my days traversing the New World, researching their ecology, culture, and lifestyle.
Must have strong knees to travel that much at your age.
Ha! Perhaps in my more youthful days, but these frail legs of mine just aren't what they used to be. I'm afraid I just can't keep up with the little fellows. By my aching ankles, they are nimble as can be. These days, I just get hunters to track them for me.
Guess the little creatures here can be just as much of a pain as they are in my world. Take care.
So I had to find some drawings.
You'll steal their group and if you're your quest and try to get the side quest one last time, and he passed it. I can tell you, when I did this, none of my Grimalkine groups were below 2, and my Gajalaka unity was at 4. Note that every time you go out on an expedition, you seem to get a random group that corresponds to the Palico gear that you've unlocked. Like there's Protectors, there's Bug Catchers, there's the Gajalaka. Each of these groups have their own individual level. If you were as far behind as I was, this is what I would do to try to get to the sub-quest unlocked as fast as possible. Try to unlock the Molotov cocktail first, and then go out on an expedition until it randomly gives you friendly Gajalakas, right? So once again, you'll go out onto the expedition, you'll open your map, you'll look for the little, the little icon that shows you friendly, not Palicos, friendly Grimalkine, I suppose? Yeah, I'll show friendly Grimalkine, and you'll travel to that, and you'll steal their group, and if you're lucky, it's the Gajalakas. If it's not, you start a different expedition and try it again. After you've found some friendly Gajalaka, have your Palico talk to them. All you gotta do is walk around them until they talk, and then after they've talked, go farm up some monsters. Kill a few monsters, and you can kill, you can even kill like Vespo, are they pronounced Vespios or Vespoids? You can kill a few of those, you can kill Barnos, all these names, I never used them. Just kill some monsters, and when you leave the expedition, your unity is going to level up with the Gajalakas. Try to do that until you get them to maybe level 2. Once you've leveled your Gajalaka unity to level 2, at that point I would go back into the Witcher quest and see if you can pass the prerequisite for that side quest. If he's still not giving you the side quest, I would assume at that point that perhaps you do have to unlock all of the Palico gear, perhaps you do have to level up all of the Grimalkine, apparently not to level 5, but maybe to level 2, okay? So that's what I would do if you're trying to unlock this. We'll find out the exact prerequisites if we all work on this together, and some of you report back at exactly what point it did become available. So for me, it was after I unlocked all the Palico gear, and after I leveled up my Gajalakas and my Grimalkines. Okay, assuming that the Linian researcher has told you that he can now help because you've met the prerequisites, you're going to be given an easy side quest, where you need to find the Gajalakan chief and beat the crap out of him. He's been possessed by the Leshen. So in order to do this, your first stop is to go to the Rathalos nest at the top of the map.
This is it, alright.
Hmm?
In addition, your unity is going to level up with Gajalakas. Try to do that until you get them to maybe level 2. Once you've leveled your Gajalaka unity to level 2, at that point I would go back into the Witcher quest and see if you can pass the prerequisite for that side quest. If he's still not giving you the side quest, I would assume at that point that perhaps you do have to unlock all of the Palico gear, perhaps you do have to level up all of the Grimalkine, apparently not to level 5, but maybe to level 2, okay? So that's what I would do if you're trying to unlock this. We'll find out the exact prerequisites if we all work on this together, and some of you report back at exactly what point it did become available. So for me, it was after I unlocked all the Palico gear, and after I leveled up my Gajalakas and my Grimalkines. Okay, assuming that the Linian researcher has told you that he can now help because you've met the prerequisites, you're going to be given an easy side quest, where you need to find the Gajalakan chief and beat the crap out of him. He's been possessed by the Leshen. So in order to do this, your first stop is to go to the Rathalos nest at the top of the map.
Oh, okay.
Is it alright?
Top of the map. Okay, I'm gonna go on top of the map and just I don't know what that is. I had to find the... over here. No, that's not it.
Rich forest, filled with life.
Gotta go there. Oh, okay. I know where that at. I gotta go to the top layer.
Winged drakes. Strong silent types, I guess. Beasts are of this world. Unlucky ones at that. No signs of predation. Roots choke them to death, it seems. Exploring unfamiliar territory, few things more interesting. So, they use this for trapping. Bet it saves a lot of trouble. It's progressing, I suppose.
Of course. Whatever I can do to help.
I'm curious.
All kinds. Let's see. Oh, and what kind of monster?
Griffins.
Oh.
Oh, they are. Easier to just kill them. So long.
Good luck out there.
Shoots projectiles. Black feathers. And the markings? Same as on the previous corpse. Fox seems to be attacking as one. No use trying to pick them off one by one. Could incinerate them all with Igni, though. Don't see any other way.
Where you're going to kill a bunch of Gajalakas is really pretty easy. This will be followed by a brief conversation, and then you'll head off to an area underneath the Anjanath nest in section 13 of the map.
I'm fine.
Vultures. I can't believe
You'll find the chief with 2 more Gajalakas. He actually looks really crazy. Just beat him up and you're done. Try not to die like I did. If you die, it's going to be a big waste of time. It doesn't seem like you can die, but if you get lazy enough and distracted enough, you can die. Once the chief has been defeated and you get the cutscene, the side quest is complete. This side quest will later reward you with more help from 2 more Gajalakan tribes. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds like a good thing.
To be honest, I'm just as clueless as you. Unless there was some kind of external
John
factor.
Jack Jr. Your son.
My son. Starvation, for instance.
Junior? Yeah.
Side quest number 2 is much more tricky in my opinion. Going back to the main quest, there's the researcher that you have to save from the roots. Right next to him is a Puke that can also be saved from the roots. You have to move over to the side to find him.
Hopefully whoever left these footprints was luckier. Monster, pretty bad shape, but still breathing.
Oh, this is another Puke.
Later joins you in the last stage of the Leshen fight. What makes this difficult is that now you...
Eggs! Did you see how they were flying? I've been out here in the forest. It was as if something...
Those birds attacked.
To be honest,
Something that nudged.
exactly. Did you see how I've been out here in the forest? It was as if something was manipulating them.
Mind my asking why you chose this line of work?
I'll spare you the details. And the next thing I knew, I was out. I owed all of my partners in research.
See where you're coming from.
They're too good to me. My life wouldn't be what it is today without them.
Take care now.
There's another Puke. It's still alive. I gotta save it.
This is the work of something that wields magic. Powerful magic. Need to figure out what it is. Should try to find another commission member.
What was that area? 8, yeah. It's another Puke. It was right here. Gonna save you, you damn thing. But
gotta say, I do miss you, Roach.
I do miss you, Roach. There's another Puke somewhere, like this one. It must be hurt.
No signs of predation. Roots choke them to death, it seems.
There's one alive. I gotta hear it. A poor thing.
Monster.
Hey.
In pretty bad shape, but still breathing.
Hey. I'm gonna save you. Don't worry. There. Huh? Please don't attack me. You're welcome. Be careful.
Careful next time.
Poor things. I feel bad for these Puke. And they're hurt. I think there's something in here that... Meet up with the chef. And, oh, okay. The biologist. I know who it is he's talking about. This one right here.
Spare a moment?
At your service.
Found some strange markings. Could
So, you've seen them too, have you? Those are Godula. Regrettably, I have not made much progress in my doodle.
Any chance of speeding up your...
I would need to collect many...
I see. Well, unfortunate to say the least. Your field of research.
Well, I specialize. For instance, felines, I spend most of my day...
Must have strong lead.
Perhaps I'm afraid I just can't keep up with the little fellows. These days, I just...
Guess the little creatures here can be just as much of a pain as they are in my world. Take care.
Hmm. Oh, I hear. I have to be right here. Follow that mark.
Woods around Caramore are nothing like this. Commission member. Should be one in this area. What do we have here? A journal. Notes run margin to margin. Must belong to one of the commission members. Need to look around. Look for clues.
Oh, that's cool.
Long stride. Deep prints. Took off in a panic. Footprints lead deeper into the woods. Wonder what spooked him.
I think there's some marks somewhere. I follow the same mark. It's like this. Let's see.
Tracks all over the place. Something to pounce on them, they get attacked. Need to look around some more. Another journal. Same researchers, judging by the handwriting. Researcher must have been chased into this cave. Medallion's humming up a storm. Magic in the air, gotta be. Tree roots, all extending in one direction. Reaching out for something, looks like. Need to follow these roots. More tracks. Irregular distance between them. Got away somehow, but must have been exhausted.
Oh my. These you?
Name's Geralt of Rivia. I'm a witcher.
Ah, yeah. Well, I am a member of the Research Commission. A master of the botanical arts.
Need a hand?
Please. There are hunters who are in need of...
All right. But what's in it for me?
I had a feeling you would say that. However much you require, I'm sure the commander will gladly...
Gotta say, you're awfully lively for someone who's trapped in tree roots. We'll talk compensation later. Roots seem to like you a lot.
I assure... There I was, minding my business. There was no time to think. So I ran. I was able to outmaneuver them for a while, but eventually they cornered me here, and I was just in the middle of trying to persuade my captors to release me when you...
Mean to say you tried to talk the roots around to your point of view?
The Commission has quite a capable hunter and exhibits incredible... Our sapphire star is up. Perhaps I rely on our hunter too much.
Think you might have learned your lesson?
Lesson? Why, the lesson has yet to begin. There is much research to be done on this phenomenon.
Guess not. Don't exactly look like no... And, freeing you might cause you some discomfort. Sorry.
I leave the method to you. Just get me out of here.
Not the safest way, but Igni would take care of those roots right quick. You all right?
Thank you. Thank you. That was incredible.
I'm no wizard. I'm a witcher. Monsters.
Ah, yes. Forgive me, Master Witcher. Now, what brings you to this part of the forest?
Looking for information. Saw roots like these on my way here. They come.
Absolutely not. I've never seen them before. And it is true that plants are able to grow rapidly depending on the stage in their life cycle. In our world, people, of course, there are natural phenomena. Those roots. The only possibility I can think of is that it might be the roots.
Why'd they attack you?
I haven't the faintest. I was recording in my notebook at the time.
Notice anything else during the attack?
In all honesty, once the roots took hold, I thought I would end up as some monster's dinner. But luckily that didn't happen. You saw them too, yes? Those poor Puke choked to death by the roots. Seems they were untouched by any...
Guess the roots attack anything that wanders within range. Damn territorial, this thing we're dealing with, whatever it is.
Plants can be territorial, but it must be something else.
These, Puke, what kind of beasts are we talking about?
They are large bird wyverns, known for their vividly colorful feathers and scales. They have large, bulgy eyes and surprisingly long tongues. But if you look closely, then you should see one for yourself.
You have to fight the Leshen without letting Puke die. If he dies, the side quest will fail. One of the most useful tips for getting the side quest done on your first try is to go into the community chest before you fight the Leshen and pick up the 3 extra life powders sitting in the community chest, as well as anything else you want out of the box, like the max potions, or maybe the paralysis throwing knives. Those are pretty nice. This means you're going to have a total of 6 life powders. Save them all for the last part of the Leshen fight, and use them to actually heal the friendly Puke. His health bar will actually be shown as if he was your teammate, so you can see how close he is to dying. Other than using the life powders, try not to stand too close to Puke would be my other advice, because if you do, the Leshen's attacks are going to hit him and you together, and that's going to hurt Puke pretty badly. It's actually not a bad idea to just let one of the Jagras that the Leshen is constantly summoning in the Jagras range, get rid of them quickly with your Igni side, but maybe leave one alive and just let him and Puke duke it out to the side. The Jagras doesn't really deal any damage. The Leshen is the one who deals all the damage. So let Puke and the Jaggers be off to the side, and then you run off to the other side and fight the Leshen 1v1, right? And this will protect Puke from taking much damage. If you defeat the Leshen with Puke still alive, he's going to fly off, and then he's going to come back in a cutscene just before you leave into the portal. I'm going to go ahead and not show you the cutscene so that you can watch it on your own when you complete the side quest. Finally, you'll also get a guaranteed attack boost decoration from completing the side quest, so who says Capcom is not a generous god? Alright, and that is my complete guide for the side quest in Trouble in the Ancient Forest. If you have any questions or any tips that you would like to share, please do it in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
This is a Leshen's doing. Bet it also... Alright. Need to find its totem. Should be deep in the woods near the center. Map ought to be helpful.
Okay, now I have to... I need to find one of these.
Medallions humming. Totem must be somewhere around here. Leshen's totem. Should be able to lure the Leshen out by destroying it. Huh? Damn it. Might have known it couldn't possibly be that easy. First. Come on, come closer. possession could hold sway over other beasts I run into. Need to be careful. Now, shall
You like that silver?
takes care of that. about to let you get away that easy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my guide for the side quests of the special assignment, Contract Trouble in the Ancient Forest. That's of course the new Witcher quest, and I'm going to assume that you...
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free, guaranteed. Get the app.
What's up everyone, Double8 here with a complete guide to the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt crossover event with Monster Hunter World. This is part 1 of a 2-part guide, as the Witcher 3 collaboration event is divided into 2 parts. The first part, and the contents of this video, will be covering the special assignment Contract Trouble in the Ancient Forest. In the second video, we'll go over the event quest Contract Woodland Spirit. Now, before we get into this video, a spoiler warning. This is a narrative-driven quest combining elements of Monster Hunter World with the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So I'd strongly advise playing the story through first on your own and experiencing it for yourself. But if you're looking for some help and advice on how to do the special assignment Contract Trouble in the Ancient Forest, as well as its rewards, then keep on watching. Anyway, to kickstart the assignment, you have to talk to the 3rd Fleet feline located at the front of the Stera. After speaking to him, you'll be transported to the research base as the story continues. This sets the scene for why Geralt of Rivia has arrived in the New World and lay out the parameters of the upcoming quest. During this quest, you'll be playing as Geralt. You'll have your own set of armor and access to the Witcher Silver Sword Plus. The Witcher Silver Sword is a sword and shield, so it has the same moveset, although instead of shield attacks or blocks, you will instead use Witcher signs. For example, your shield bashes will be replaced with the Ard sign, and when blocking, you'll put up a Quen shield around you. Also in your inventory, you'll have access to the Igni sign. This is a fire blast you can cast. However, it does come with an internal cooldown, but it has infinite uses. you have to get used to using the igloo sign as it is used heavily in this quest. Now when starting the quest, there are smithy apprentices scattered at the start as well as at the various camps. You can talk to these to replace the Witcher's Silver Sword Plus with a weapon of your choice. Lastly, you have your own set of inventory items. There are some more you can grab from the blue box, which is highly advisable, especially as the quest moves on. So, it's time to head out into the world to start the investigation and work out why the world has been brought to this world. Now this special assignment is divided into the main quest and 2 side quests. Side quest. Main quest involves you moving out around the new world. First, I will go to the endemic light, such as found near the coast, see if your body is active. Talking about the progress of the quest. Eventually, you will move further down the coast area 1, by a big track, where you will cross another habitat, surrounded by blocks of rock. Use your igloo hungry, clear them off, and endemic light. Go to that thing that has the quest, take similar to the 3 missions, try to get as much information as you can out of the character by asking them as possible. Not only does it help you with your hunting, but it will also provide a little bit of background to some of the other people on that. It's a nice start. Anyway, after having done this endemic light researcher, it's time to move on to the next part of the main story to locate the true body. Now heading back to the area where you started the mission, go north of area 4 until you find the ground. This is big highlighted in red. Start the trail that will eventually lead to the bottom. So it's a little complicated. There's the route and the something. Talk to him, find out what's happening, and at this point, the igloo on the route, burning up and free. You will go through to the next part, destroy it less than so. But before that, you'll want to do the side quest. The first side quest start with side quest, you need to go to area 7 and locate some Gajalak doodles on a tree. You can see these pretty clearly thanks to them being highlighted in red. Afterwards, the next step is to go to talk to the Linian researcher. He is clearly marked on the map with an exclamation mark in between area 7 and where Puke's nest is normally located. After speaking to him, it's time to head on up to the area where the Rathalos nest is located. Here a bunch of Gajalakas will be dancing around. Gently bother them and they'll start attacking you, defeat them, and this will move the quest on. You will now talk to the Gajalakas and they will pretty much accept you as their new chief, because their chief is missing. You can reluctantly accept this or refuse it, but either way it means that you're going to be going on to the next part of the quest, which is to find out what happened to the old chief. So the next part of this quest involves you going down to the southwest camp and talking to the handler. She will give you clues about where to go to next, i.e. go...
I didn't do this in the right way. I'm supposed to do. There. You are dead. I gotta do this quest right. Let me...
area where there is a giant digger wasp, which is located near Anjaneth's nest. So head on over to the secret hidey hole where the giant vigor wasp is located in Area 13. Eventually you'll find it, and you'll come across the Gajalaka chief, possessed. You now have to defeat him and his two sidekicks, but in doing so, you'll briefly snap him out of his possession, which will give you information. This will complete the quest. For doing the side quest to help the Gajalaka chief, the Gajalakas vowed...
So look, Gajalaka chief... It's the leader of those little twerps. But no, I lost it. I gotta go back there. Map. What is... Oh yeah, the research city, yeah, that. Where's the...
Hunter. Seems like slaying monsters happens to be at your zone. What am I waiting for?
Hold on.
No time to waste. Gather your things and let's go.
Okay, I gotta gather my things, dude. And then I'll come back to you. I gotta change to an armor that I can change. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. I drink that now. Mommy, sorry, Mom. I was in the bathroom. Oh.